Hey everyone, Carter from Carter Skillicorn Drums here, and today we're going to be breaking down the intro to St. Paul by Cory Wong, drums of course by the legendary Nate Smith. So the song sits at 96 BPM and the 16th note is swung as indicated at the top of the score. I'm playing with towels on my drums just to give it that modern lo-fi funk kind of sound. The primary groove here itself is quite simple, with a few fast and tasteful licks here and there, which are the reason I love this drum intro so much. But the secret sauce, as with the rest of Nate Smith's playing, is all in the articulation. The time feel is sitting just behind the beat and really sets up the old school funk vibe of this whole track. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to break this beat down into two different sections, section A and section B. Let's get started on section A. So, a couple of things to note about this part. The ghost notes on the snare. Really make sure to play them nice and lightly to decorate the groove and really bring out that backbeat. Another thing we want to be thinking about is hi-hat articulation. We want to be hitting the top of the hi-hat with the tip of our stick nice and lightly. Think of all your limbs as faders on a mixing desk. We want the bass drum and the snare drum to be at the top of the mix, with everything else slightly lower down, keeping it all together and decorating the groove nicely. Plus, if we play nice and delicately, it'll really bring out that accent when we hit the hi-hat with the shoulder of the stick. The final thing we need to be aware of is our time feel, making sure that we're hitting those swung 16th notes, playing slightly behind the beat, and that we're coming back in strong on beat 1 after that fast double bass drum at the end of the phrase. Let's try this together slowly and then start to speed it up. Now we'll move on to section B, which contains a couple of more technical licks. So the first lick is actually quite easy. We just play the first part of the groove the same we have been, and then we simply play a right hand paradiddle and straighten out the time feel with an accent on beat 1 with the right hand and a bass drum on beat 3. For this paradiddle, I would recommend implementing some sort of finger technique because we're going to be coming in nice and strong on the backbeat with the right hand after we've played it. After that, we're just playing a double stroke roll between the hi-hat and the snare. So the final thing to note here is the signature Nate Smith fill that brings the rest of the band in. What we're going to be playing here is 3 30-second note triplets between the bass drum and the floor tom. The first 2 are going to be on the bass drum, and the final one will be on the floor tom. After this, we're going straight into beat 1 of the next bar, which is simply an 8th note on the bass drum. Nice and slowly, it sounds like this. And then if we speed that up slightly. If this is too difficult, what we can do is just play all 3 of those triplets on the floor tom, and then play beat 1 of the next bar as normal. Nice and slow. And we'll speed that up a bit. Let's play section B together slowly and then start to speed it up. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you got something out of it. If there's anything else you'd like to see me break down, let me know down below. And for all my social media links and more content, head over to my website, carterdrums.com.